I just went to the dentist. Look at my teeth. Clean. My name is Zachary. MakeMoneyMowing.com. But this video, while I walk my perro, I am having these thoughts, and I just want to share them with you about bad habits in conjunction with starting a business. Porn is bad, fucks up your mind. Drugs are bad, messes up your mind. Bad friends mess up your mind. If you want to start a business and you want to do it properly and you want to make as much money as possible and run it as efficiently as possible, all that stuff is baggage. Drug addictions, watching horrible junk social media, TV, Netflix, all this stuff. Like, people always talk about porn being bad, but half the stuff you see on Snapchat and Instagram and on TV, and the stuff that you eat, that put in your body, the processed foods that mess up your DNA and stuff, all that stuff is just as bad, if not worse, than porn. So porn is just like the one example, but that stuff ruins your relationships. It makes you awkward. If you're awkward in general from watching just like dudes doing all that stuff to all these women, and every guy has had their problems with it in the past, right? But because that's just normal. You start learning about it in like school, and people tell you like you should watch this person and all that stuff, and it's just like, okay, that's fine. But if you never stop, you're just going to be a weirdo. And if you're awkward with girls, you'll be awkward with customers, and it's all full circle, because you as the person are the base or the foundation, right? So you need to fix your mind and get rid of bad friends that don't provide any value to you. Everybody says that, right? But it's like, okay, I heard it for a long time, but I was like, nah, some of my friends are okay. Maybe they don't provide value to me, but they're okay. But in reality, it's like, okay, I was just lying to myself. Like, you put yourself on a lower frequency when you hang out with certain people, straight up, point blank. And if you want to hang out with them, then that's fine. Do what you want to do. But just from my experience, like, once I started spending a lot more time being a lone wolf and just like, okay, I don't really have a lot of friends at this point because I'm gonna hang out with people because I feel like I'm dumbing myself down to talk about things I don't care about just in order to hang out with them and have fun. I was like, okay, let me just go solo. And ever since I went solo, mentally and physically, with my business, with my life, things have just gotten a lot better for me. So that's just one thing, right? Drugs. So many cars. I've had a caffeine addiction for a long time. I would lie to myself and tell myself it would help me perform better with mental cognitive tasks, with mowing. But in reality, it doesn't. Caffeine has no benefits in my opinion, and it's a drug. It's addictive. You build a tolerance to it. You need more to feel the same effects. You have withdrawals from it. It's a drug. So, in point blank, it doesn't matter how many days I haven't had it for. It's been a little over a month, but I've had my month streaks and I stopped and drank it. Every time I've went over a month without it, I feel great. I perform better mentally, physically. I feel better. My skin clears up. I have more energy. I wake up at 7 a.m. I don't need coffee. I just want to get straight to work. I don't depend on it. I don't drive around looking for Starbucks anymore. I don't depend on it when I'm traveling. I'm just here, and it feels good. Marijuana, long time with it too. That one's a gray area. I think there's a time and place for everything. I think caffeine, I would like to go the rest of my life without it and never get dependent on it. Marijuana, maybe in the future. Right now, I don't want it because I have a lot to do, and that's just my opinion on it. If it makes you perform better, that's on you. I won't tell you what to do. I'm just sharing with me. I think a clear mind with no drugs, no alcohol, no caffeine, no weed, no anything, no pills. I think you'll feel so much better. You'll have a clear mind, and you can see the future to where you don't got to ask a bunch of questions about how do I do this, how do I do that. You don't get stressed out. You just know what you got to do, and you just take your bites little by little, and you just end up having a giant business, right? So what was that? That was porn. That was drugs. We talked about friends, diet. What you eat totally translates to how you feel, just like what you watch will translate to how you feel. The eyes are the windows to the brain. The food, your stomach is the windows to how you feel. I don't know. But if you eat a bunch of processed junk, you might grow boobies if you're a guy. If you take in a bunch of phytoestrogens, I don't even know what that word means. I'm just saying that. But if you don't eat a bunch of whole foods, you're just going to be in a weird, your body's going to be functioning weirdly. So just eat whole foods. I tried going vegan. I got hyped into that. I think it's not the move. I don't know. Maybe for you it is, but I think just eating whole foods, just lean meats. If you just shop around the perimeter of the grocery store, you should be good to go. Vegetables, fruits, lean meats, rice, potatoes, all that stuff. Okay, if it grew from the earth, then eat it. If it's walking on the earth, I eat meat right now, so that's cool. I don't know, whatever you want to do, but I think just eating as healthy as possible. And if you're gonna spend money on something, you can be cheap and wear the same clothes like me and wear these same joggers from H&M for almost 5 years and stuff, but I'll spend lots of money on quality, organic, quote unquote food that I know is gonna help me perform better. And yeah, I think if you have anxieties and worries, I'd be willing to bet that you're ingesting some type of drug, whether it's caffeine, alcohol, weed every day, or maybe you're not eating properly, maybe you're not sleeping right. Caffeine has a huge effect on everything from diminishing your sleep, taking away your REM deep sleep so you don't have dreams, to making you skip meals because your body's withdrawing. At least for me, I would choose a cup of coffee over a meal because that's just what I thought would be better. So I would just skip meals. I just keep drinking caffeine, whether it was energy drinks, coffee, or anything in between. Caffeine, if you have anxiety or worries, then I'm willing to bet it's from the caffeine, and your body will try to trick you and make you think it's something else, that you need to go talk to a therapist or you have some type of illness and stuff, but really it's just caffeine. And that's just my opinion. I guess this whole video is kind of just about caffeine. I was heavily drinking so many a day. I went to Costa Rica 34 days ago. There was no Starbucks, and I don't like going to random coffee shops because they can't make what I want. I like the sweet cream cold brews. I would drink those. So for me to go try other shops, they would always be hit or miss. So I just drink no caffeine. And plus I was with my fiance, and I told her that I need help. I had to surrender myself to God and her and just be like, I've tried to do it myself. I don't have willpower. So by being around her and just by having so much fun in Costa Rica, I didn't even have time or desire for caffeine. And it's been 2 days I've been back in America, and now I'm tempted because it's all around me, and it's like Costa Rica is like Jurassic Park. It's all beautiful nature, but here I'm back, it's all gloomy. So I've been tempted, but still none, and I feel good. And yeah, I don't even remember the topic of this video. Being a YouTuber is interesting and weird and cool all at the same time. Sometimes I feel like I don't want to post any videos. Sometimes I feel like posting a bunch of videos. I guess that's just life. It comes in waves, in peaks and troughs. And I don't know. I think if I could share one thing, to the secret to what I think is successful in terms of like my business, my feelings, my relationships, I think money aside, everything aside, if you just try to do good and you have good intentions with everything that you do, whether it's family, friends, strangers, business endeavors, if you just have good intentions and you can go to bed at night knowing that you have no debts to anybody physically or mentally, you don't have anybody you owe money, you don't have anybody that you hurt their feelings, you don't have anybody that you haven't reconciled anything with, if you can just go to bed clean slated every single night and you just only try to do good, and you'll realize that some people are going to misunderstand you. Like for all my videos, I get a good amount of people who come at me sideways trying to talk shit to me, and it's like I've done nothing to you except for share my story and like offer as a business to business help. If you want help with your business, I can help you. And people call me guru and people call me scammer, and it's just envy, and people who are talking shit to me or talking shit to you, if they're doing that, they have no time for themselves to grow their own stuff, so they're coming at you versus coming at themselves and trying to make themselves a better person. A good quote that I heard was, someone successful will never ever try to come down at you or criticize you or talk shit to you. It's always going to be someone from below you. So if you have a YouTube channel or a business and you're dealing with that, it's just envy. And if people got time to do that, that says a lot about themselves. So different little topic, but if you just go to bed each night, just you clear all of your mental debt and you just try to be a good person and try to help the world in some way. Like example, like this YouTube channel, I help lots of people, give them inspiration and motivation, and I give them information on how to start, grow, and just showing them that if I can do this, if I can have a life where I haven't worked for somebody in 5 years, I've just been a self-employed business owner, then they can do it too. And that's pretty much my simple message, and take it as it is. If you want to work with me, go for it. If you don't, then do it on your own. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. But yeah, that's just my little rant. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten because I had the fluoride varnish in my mouth, and I guess I'm gonna go now. So with all that being said, I hope this little video was helpful to you. What do you think about everything that I said? Do you even remember what I said? Because I don't even remember what I was talking about. I just felt like filming a video. Sometimes whenever you don't feel like filming videos because you feel low, sometimes filming a video is one of the best things you can do. And also, sometimes if you feel like you're going crazy in your head, because I just had an email from one of my members. His name is Alexander Evans Alexandre, and he lives in Australia. And he was just telling me he's having like anxieties and worries about like leaving his current landscaping job to go into his new business that he's trying to start. He just sent me like a long email, and I read it, and then I sent him an audio message. He sent me an audio message, and we just talked one-on-one. And I told him, regardless of how you felt, the fact that you just like took it out of your brain and put it in a message to send to me so you could eject it and like analyze it yourself in the third person, because now you're looking at a message that you typed. I think that's one of the best things you can do. There is no right or wrong solution, but if you can just find a friend, find somebody to talk to. If you work with me, you can talk to me. And if you just talk to somebody, your dog, a cat, your pet rock, if you just let it out, you'll feel a lot better. You can write in a journal, and that's it. Okay, makemoneymowing.com. That's where I reside when I'm not walking my dog. I'm about to go work, eat some of my chicken eggs, and yeah, that's it. I guess I'll show y'all my new chicken enclosure because my dad just built it. Oh, this is my dog vision. Ooh. Sorry if the camera's giving you vertigo. Where's Mr. Baby? Chickens are a huge learning curve. It took us 1 year to figure out how to get them to lay eggs happily and not die. Who are my babies? What's up? Y'all got eggs for me? So, look, chickens are funny. I can pick them up like a dog. Oh, big red. Look, this is chicken vision. Okay, you're gonna. But that's what I'm talking about. So I guess your boy's eating eggs for brunch. If you guess what number I'm thinking in my head, I'll give you an egg. It's 1 through 100. Ready? It's 69. Okay, peace out. MakeMoneyMower.com.